It's hot. That's the only update I've got for you this week. That's the diaries. It's hot. That's it. I'm just kidding. I obviously do have some more things to say. Firstly, please excuse the box and general state of things behind me. Since the event on Sunday at Bosty Fields, the office in my house is now the general headquarters for the Wildkind. So I'm going to start with the build because I think that's why everybody watches these, just to find out what's going on, and if somebody could tell me, that would be great. On Saturday I was at Wild Meadow and we were doing some measuring and we were talking about where the layout and how things will look and what will happen essentially, and I came away from that conversation obviously feeling very happy, but with more ideas in my head. And I just think if this is something that we're going to do, we need to do it well. So obviously then I've sat for a whole week and overthought everything that I had in my head already. Original shell that I said we had a quote on, I've since been contacted by a few other people who have said other suggestions to me, and what that might look like, including a party who might be able to do something completely from scratch, which means we can move and build and design exactly what we want from the get-go, which is very exciting. And we're going to meet with them within the next week or so at Wild Meadow to go over the base and what we think that looks like. I'll try and film some bits there so I can update you in the following Wild Diaries on how that goes and what that looks like. I think I said in a post somewhere this week, my Google search history is very questionable, and I am probably another question away from being banned from ChatGPT because of all of the ridiculous questions I'm asking. But I just want it done and to be able to help the dogs. That's what I'm here for. I'm just the ideas girl. I just want to say a big thank you again to everybody that came to see us at the Bosty Fields event. It was such a good day. We met so many lovely dogs and so many lovely people. Got to talk to lots of people about the Wildkind, and we even had a couple of donations. So the lovely lady at Snugglepaws actually offered us a harness donation for the dog that's now called Bella, who was also named at that event, the teeny puppy. Of course we chose an orange harness for her. It's got to be on brand at all times, orange and green, that's our colours. Thank you again to Abby, it was really nice to meet you, and we were very grateful for little Bella's harness. Thank you. We did manage to raise £426 and 5 pence at the event, and for our first fundraising event thing that we did, that was amazing. That's obviously all gone straight into the build fund, so that it's there. We are building that up slowly. Everything that we have had donated to us so far is all in that build fund. That's where every single penny is going to at the moment, and we've managed to do all that thanks to the super kind people that supported us at the very beginning. So our first fundraiser was to cover the transport fees for 3 dogs, and that was for Millie, Leah and Leo. The intention behind it was that the donations would create a ripple, and that the support for those 3 dogs would then go on to support the next 3 dogs, and that's exactly how it's worked, which is amazing. So we managed to raise £1,000, and Millie, Leah and Leo's transport and their vaccinations and everything was all completely covered, so that when their adoption fees come in, that money went straight back into that pot, which managed to help the next 3, which were Bertie, Chai and Misha. And then when their adoption fees come in, we can help another 3 dogs, and that's happening without it having to touch any donations that are coming in for the build. Anything that is donated to us, we are hugely grateful, and it is going directly into the build costs so that we can build the future home for the Wildkind. So fundraising for the build is obviously our top priority at this moment in time, as well as supporting the adopters that we have with us. Bertie's family sent us pictures of his time with his big brother Eddie at the beach this week, and it just made me so happy. We knew he was going to Norfolk, which obviously has some really beautiful beaches, and I think I've said to Steph, his mum, probably so many times. I can't wait to see him on the beach. I can't wait to see him on the beach. And oh, he's so happy. I also had a really sweet update from Millie, and her mum had sent us like a collection of photos, and this one photo where she's obviously got like a pet camel or something in the house, and Millie's just kind of like sat at the screen staring at it like, are you looking at me? It's really cute. For Beethoven on Sunday, and he is thriving. He's such a lovely dog. And towards the end he was getting a bit tired, so his mum Georgia picked him up and they had a lovely cuddle. He's just so content. He found his people, and I couldn't be happier for all of those dogs that have had some really beautiful adoptions with some really beautiful dogs. And that's a really, really nice way to kick off, because it kind of cements everything that we're trying to do. These dogs aren't broken, rescue dogs aren't broken, it's just they need to find the right people, and that's what we want to be here to do for them. Fundraising still the top priority for us to get on top and start to build this future home for the wild kind, so that we can help lots more dogs, and that people can come and visit and spend time with the dogs and things. That's where our main focus is at the moment. We have been working behind the scenes on something that I really hope will help that cause, and I really hope will bring the wildkind community along for the journey in a more detailed way than I'm able to do right now, but I hope that it will do that. Just keep your eyes peeled, because I'll be speaking about it a little bit more next week. And that's everything from me. Just a quick update before my brain melts for the evening. The build's still #1 priority for us, and will be until the day it's built, because that is the place that a lot of dogs are gonna call a temporary home for the time being. We want to make that the best we possibly can for them. We want to do it as well as we can, so that is where all of our effort and focus is going. Thank you to everybody that has either supported us or just contacted us and said we really like what you're doing, shown interest in any of the dogs, offered to support, wanting to get involved with volunteering. We hope you have a lovely weekend. We hope you keep as cool as possible, and if anyone tells you otherwise, I'm telling you it's totally okay to have extra ice cream this week because it is hot. Please keep your dogs safe, and please don't walk them in the heat. Thank you everyone for watching, and we will see you next week with another update of whatever may happen in the next 7 days. Have a lovely weekend. Bye.